Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ungainly Titan, and boy is it hot in Ireland today. It's been hot actually all the week, so much so that I have to try and get videos done in the morning if I can, if I get up in the morning. I've been playing a lot of Civilization 6 Rise and Fall as well, losing so far. I tried one religious victory with India and just couldn't pull it off at the end. Got up to 5 civs converted, but just couldn't beat down the 2 religious civs that I was facing off against. I also had a very close one on the space race. I think just 11 turns between myself and the Mongols, and I was catching up. I'd been playing catch up because I'd been going for a cultural victory. However, I recently had this game, as in during the week. This is being recorded on Saturday. It'll be going out Monday. So I thought I started playing World of Tanks again. Well, I've gotten the odd game in. Haven't been doing so well in the actual gameplay quality, but I've had a couple of good games in the E25. Does help that I have a crew with some skills in the E25 as well. So I have a lot of the camo skills. I have Sixth Sense, Brothers in Arms, I think, camouflage, and silent driving, or at least I'm training silent driving. Now there are tanks down at the end of the corridor here, but I can't see them. Our guys aren't spotting them. They're not close enough. The 2 light tanks aren't. Well, now they've started to spot them, but at the point they started to spot those tanks, I'd already spotted the T-37 had broken through, and I wanted to put a stop to his rampage if I possibly could, or could assist in doing so. Now he's close enough that as soon as I fire he detects me, and I only managed to get that 1 hit, but because I'm detected and he's gone out of sight, I'm going to basically run out of there because I don't want to be shot at by the guys at the end of the corridor. So we get up, as soon as we're unspotted, we'll just turn around and take our time. We'll come back down again to support our guys on the corridor here in front of me. Because we are outnumbered, but it's not looking good at the moment. They are still, however, mostly down at the end of the corner, and the opposition now have the 2 light tanks, which isn't great. We've lost the heavy tank as well. So the KV-2 comes steaming around the corner, can't resist the option of shooting light tanks with that big gun, and track him, because we can put it out the side of his turret without too much trouble, and he's a very dangerous tank. One-shot kill any of us. So we get rid of him, and at the moment I'm not getting a clear view of anybody, and they've more or less cleared out that central ridge line there by the lake edge, so I'm getting out of here. I do not want to be there when they arrive, because by the time I see them they'd be in a position to see me, or they would shortly afterwards, and there's at least 3 of them. So this brings us back, so I'm going to come up here to this bush. Out here I have some hard cover to run away from if I get spotted, or run away to if I get spotted, like that rock there beside me. And I could cross over to the other side of the base or something. I have options definitely, whereas I wouldn't on the more forward locations. So we get rid of the Chaffee, and there's a VK3601H, and he's not showing me a lot of tank, but if we can get one into the commander's hatch. Not quite enough, but then he backs out from his cover completely because I think he didn't realise exactly the direction the shot had arrived from. And there's another 3601H, and he's more open ground, so I'm switching to the regular ammunition because I want to preserve some of the other stuff for tougher targets or long range targets if I need the extra muzzle velocity. And we're putting rounds into him. He hasn't quite figured out where we are yet, but he's starting to get it because he's starting to send rounds my way. I think he thinks that I'm in the forward bush, the red one in front of me, not the one that I'm behind, because the shots are generally going low. Although the last one did bounce off my lower front plate or belly armour or something. Now it looks like I've cleared that side of the map, so I'm going to push forward and see exactly what I've achieved. If I can get onto the central ridgeline, I can assist the guys coming into the cap circle from the north there, and that would be a valuable contribution to the current state of affairs. So we drive forward, nothing has spotted us so far, and we'll just keep going. Things are about even at this point, whereas early in the game there they were looking decidedly dodgy from our perspective. We were down several tanks at one point. So I'm coming up here, see what's to be seen. And up onto the hill we're coming, and let's see what else is going on. And I didn't actually expect to run into two tank destroyers up here. And I thought I was in trouble when I saw that one of them was a Hellcat with nearly full health. Now if he hadn't panicked and just reacted more calmly, I think he'd have taken me out. The Hellcat had taken me out in 2 shots. And he'd have given that guy a chance to shoot me. Now I didn't just drive through a disappearing IKV-90. That's a video glitch. The video actually was acting up at this point. The driver software occasionally has some bug on the disk axis, and what happens is the next thing when the bug triggers, it doesn't shut its disk axis, so it's making a write to the disk, and it doesn't shut off the write, and it just keeps it open, and then it opens a fresh one, and eventually it runs out of channels to write to the disk on. So your disk is 100% flat out, nothing else is able to happen, so swap temporary files, everything. The computer just slows to a dead crawl because you're only operating on system memory. You have no swap file. So I was quite fortunate to get this video in the state that it was in, that I could actually relay it, and it still shows the narrative pretty clearly, but I do apologise for the glitches. However, at this point in the game I was starting to realise that I could get a Top Gun here, and I thought, yes, Top Gun would be nice. But so far I wasn't, still well within the parameters, and wasn't doing anything reckless or anything like that. I was just sitting here waiting for an enemy tank to appear. And then the Churchill duly obliges, and I was just checking to see what was left there, but I didn't get quite a good look at it, and then I spot the Churchill, and we start putting rounds into the Churchill. And we finish off the Churchill, and now I realise that I have a Top Gun. There's 2 enemy tanks left, and my team is rather passive, should we say. And that if I get a little bit aggressive, that I have 100% health on my tank, I have a potential Radley Walters here, if I can nail both of the enemy tanks. So I come after the artillery, because I know the artillery's up here. Now I do think there's a possibility that the E-25 has gone to the cap circle, but I was also very confident that I could make it back to the cap circle from here, from the enemy cap circle, because I have a really fast tank. And then as I hit this spot, the enemy are in our cap circle. So I do immediately turn around. I don't think anybody else in the team did, but I immediately turned around and decided to head back to the cap circle. And I think it's the right decision to make, but to be honest with you, I should have anticipated, and I kind of did expect somebody to turn up the cap circle. I was just greedy for the artillery kill, and I was also overconfident in my ability and the speed of the tank, and in the size of the map, and the fact that I thought I'd be able to get back here on time, because there's now 2 enemies in the cap circle, and there's only 12 seconds left. And it's starting to not look so good, particularly since they're spotting me, but I can't spot them back. So we avoid artillery there, and we will avoid it again shortly, but they have now captured the base, and 2 seconds later I arrive in, get a shot off, but the game's over at that point. I would have had to get a kill, I think, within a second in order to stop the clock, or slow down the clock, and then I had to get another kill each time, and I wasn't going to do that in this particular tank. It was a good performance. I got a high caliber, first class mastery in a Top Gun, came #1 by experience. I can't complain about that, but I do think I could have done better. It was a bit of a regret on my part there. Thank you for watching, and please press like if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so as well, and I'll catch you all again soon. Bye for now.